everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Martha from Martha Is. Today I wanted to give you a monthly favourites video. So this is going to be the first one for January. We'll see if it's any good or if I do one and then I'm like, I have nothing else to tell you. But we will see. So this is going to be a video which is not just about books, it's about all of the kind of other little things that I particularly enjoyed in the month of January and would recommend. So let's get cracking. So first off, January is one of my favourite months, which I realise is a bit of a weird thing to say because everyone is generally miserable in January. But what I love about January is that this is when loads and loads of really good films come out. So January is a month for cinema because this is when you've got the award season. So you've got the Golden Globes and the Oscars and the BAFTAs. So this is the time when Mr. AB and I basically absolutely rinse our Cineworld Unlimited card. So this is not sponsored, by the way. For those of you that don't know, Cineworld Unlimited basically means you pay them, I think it's £18 a month, and you can then just go and see as many films as you like. And given the ridiculousness of cinema prices, you basically only have to go twice a month and it's worth it. But January is when it's particularly worth it. So far we have seen 8 films, I think, or he's seen 8, I've seen 7, because he went to see Star Wars twice. Anyway, yes, so here's my little Cineworld Unlimited card. I'm not going to show you the photo on the back because it's horrendous. So I have done a roundup of a load of the films I've watched in two blog posts, which I will link down below. But I think so far, and I should caveat this, I am going to the cinema this afternoon, but so far my favourite films have been Little Women, The Gentleman, and 1917. Little Women was just lovely. I basically cried the whole way through, and Mr. AB was just mystified because he was really bored the whole way through. It's just really well done, really beautifully done, really well acted. Yeah, I loved it. The Gentleman is it's a film that I shouldn't really like because it's, you know, crass and just full of men and like one woman and generally not great, but it was just fun. It was just fun, and Hugh Grant in a guise that you've probably not seen him before, Matthew McConaughey, loads of great people in it, and then 1917, just phenomenal. I don't really like war films really, but it was incredibly well shot. So it's shot in a way that makes it look completely continuous, so it looks like it's been shot in one take. So it's just relentless, this awful war context, and you just keep going, and it's already won loads of awards. But I think what was criminally underrated was one of the main guys, George Mackay, or Mackie, don't know how you say it. He just had this really beautiful kind of subtle understated performance, and he just had a really shit day, like a really shit day. And it was only like right at the end where I started crying because I was just like, my God, man, I've just had the worst day ever. And yeah, so those 3 films are probably my top from January. But yes, go look at my blogs and you can see a roundup of all of the ones that I've seen so far, and I will continue to post reviews because we're, you know, there's still churning, still loads of films coming out, so I will try and keep on top of those and let you know. But obviously please let me know if you've seen any of them. What else is I going to show you? So I treated myself to some fancy earrings from Oliver Bonus. I don't normally go in Oliver Bonus because it's that sort of price range which is not completely outrageously expensive, but it's just a little bit more than you might want to pay, and I don't know. But so I was having a bit of a kind of moment where I was like, I'm just feeling a bit shit and I wanted to treat myself, so I did. So I got these, I don't know if you can see, yeah, these ones, they're really pretty. And then I also got these tiny little hoops with a little pearl in it. So those are some of my favourites. I've been wearing those a lot. They're really lovely. On a kind of similar topic of things that you wear, so this sweatshirt, and I'm going to see if you can see it. So you see it's got a quote on it, which is a quote from Pride and Prejudice. So this is one I got for Christmas from the in-laws, which I asked for. It's from Lit Emporium. So Lit Emporium is a really great business which does kind of bookish merchandise. So like sweatshirts and t-shirts and badges and like beautiful. They're usually based around classics, so like Jane Austen, Charlotte Bronte, Shakespeare, all of that. So Really lovely stuff. And I've never really bought any of their kind of sweatshirts before, but I decided to ask for one for Christmas, and I absolutely love it, and it fits. I'm a larger girl, and it's really difficult to find things that fit sometimes. Even you'll buy like an extra large and it won't fit, which is really upsetting. And this is a large and it fits, and it's so comfortable. It's really soft, so it's so comfortable in fact, and I love it so much that I bought another one, a dark green one, which has a quote from Ophelia from Hamlet on it. So I am absolutely loving those this month, and I'm probably going to need to buy more because I can't just keep wearing the two same sweatshirts on rotation. Another thing I wanted to show you is this. So this is a bar of chocolate, guys. This is a bar of chocolate. Look at how beautiful the cover of the packaging. So this is a company called Art House Unlimited, and is a charity presenting the artistic talents, it's written on the back by the way, the artistic talents of men and women living with complex learning and physical disabilities who require varying levels of support. 100% of sales revenue sustains the charity, enabling it to grow and evolve. So there's this shop near my office, and I was going up to buy a birthday card, and I spotted this because the packaging was just so beautiful, and I went over and looked at it, and it said it was chocolate, and I'm like, well, then I have to buy it because it's chocolate. And kind of thinking like, oh well, it's, you know, it's for a charity, it's just it's nice packaging, like it's not going to be the best chocolate. It's seriously really good chocolate, like genuinely really good. So I wouldn't be recommending this to you guys if it was crap chocolate. This is not just like virtue signaling for a social enterprise. It's like actually really good chocolate. So yeah, so I just keep buying them, and it's not cheap, but I think it's worth it because you're getting so much out of it. Like you're getting the amazing chocolate. It is obviously, the proceeds are going to this to sustain this amazing organisation. And I basically ended up collecting these like cardboard packaging, and I don't really know what to do with them, but I don't want to like put them in the recycling because they're so pretty. So yeah, first world problem. Yeah, so I'd recommend them. I did order some online. I had a look. They've got an online website, which I will link down below. An online website, of course, it's online. And so I also bought some soap in the sale, which we haven't tried yet, but I will let you know if that's any good. And they also have loads of other stuff. They have like prints, tote bags, loads of stuff, loads of other kind of chocolate, like dark chocolate as well, if you're not a fan of milk chocolate. Yeah, anyway, so I'd really, really highly recommend having a look at them. And then the final thing that I wanted to talk about was this. So I actually read this last year. So this is not a favourite from January. The reason I'm holding it up is because one of my favourite things from this month and kind of the end of last year has been getting two of my best girlfriends to read this series. So this is the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. So this is book 2, A Court of Mist and Fury. And basically, I've done some reviews on IDTV, which I will link down below. It's garbage. Like it's... Well, no, first book, I was just like, this is absolute garbage. Like, I can't even... I feel filthy. I feel disgusting having read it. But I can't put it down. It's just so bad. It's just so... But I have to know what happens, and it's really hot. There's a lot of, like, hot guys. And they're not even guys, they're fairies. Which is going to sound horrendous if you don't know what it's about. So, A Court of Thorns and Roses is basically... It's a loose retelling of Beauty and the Beast. And it's like set in a kind of fairy world, but not like pretty like Tinkerbell fairies. Like one of the fairies can change into a wolf, which kind of is there where you get the beast link. They're just kind of very, very powerful, and the humans are kind of terrorized by the fairies. Anyway, yeah. So then the main character Farah ends up kind of kidnapped into the Fae world, and it sort of goes from there broadly along the story of Beauty and the Beast, as you might expect, but then it spawns off into the rest of the series. So the first book I think I gave 3.5 stars because it was a little bit garbagey, and even though I couldn't put it down, I had to read the rest of the series immediately. So it's a lot of kind of self-conflict is what this series produces. Anyway, but the second book, this one, is it's still trash. Don't get me wrong, it is still trash, but it's so hot. It's so it's filthy. It's basically porn. And I couldn't put it down. And So I gave it to two of my best girlfriends who aren't kind of like super bookish in the way that I am, but it's just been the best thing. Them messaging, them sort of messaging me about it, and it's been awesome. And I think our husbands have kind of looked on, being like, "What the hell is this?" Particularly as one of my friends has been listening to it on the audiobook, and so her husband will just sort of walk in at exactly the wrong moment when there's something particularly steamy going on. So yes, having sharing that with my friends has been one of my favourite things about January. I think that's it. So I'd love to know what your favourite things from January have been. If you've read the ACOTAR series and want to talk about it, then please leave me a comment. And any of the films as well, particularly any of this stuff, just tell me anything. Give me a comment, give me a like, give me a subscribe, whatever you like. I'd really just like to interact with you. God, that sounds really lame. Sorry, I'm going to shut up now. Have a lovely day, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye!